Welcome to TKOR. I'm your host, Creed. Let's build a tent. In this video, we're gonna test this store-bought tent against this homemade tent and this homemade tent. And we're gonna see which one is best. We're gonna test it against water and wind, kind of the two biggest threats to a tent and their functionality for keeping you dry and comfy at night. Let's get to it. This tent claims it'll keep you safe from the wind and the rain, but is it the best option? We're gonna test rain, some crazy winds. Wow, that works super well to just dry off the tent in general. That was great. Now this tent is pretty decent for 50 bucks. Pretty nice. Got it at Walmart. It's got a nice little like pouch up here that you can put your phone in or like other things like that. It's got a port here to be able to put like a power cord through, which is nice. This is obviously waterproof floor, and then this did a pretty good job keeping the water out. So, and I got plenty of room. I'm not mad about this. Sorry. I'm not mad about this much room. For this tent, what you need is 10 feet by 10 feet square. You just stake out one side, and then I have taped this inside edge, and then you gotta fold it in half and stake that together, put another stake in, and those are your 3 stakes. At that point, all you have to do is add your post and then some paracord or some other line to keep this part propped up, just balanced between those 3 points. And then if you fold this right, it does give you this flap of a door. So I feel like this one's gonna do pretty well at the water test, but I don't think it'll do that great against wind, so we'll see. This works perfectly. Every time the water comes over, nothing. I'm waterproof. Well, no I'm not, but you get what I mean. Let's see how wind does. Not bad so far. I think the wind test was a success as well, but that is not the best we can do. We can do better. So I'm gonna go to Mach 2. We'll see what we can do. All right, this is attempt number 2. Let's see how we did. Can I even fit in here? Is it zipper for a coat? Oh, jeez. Let's do the water test. We waterproof in here? Heck yeah. It's a little bit smaller than the store-bought one. It's obviously not quite as nice, but it's just as waterproof. And I think it'll do well in the wind test as well, so. In total, this was around $35 in materials, I think. We're gonna try the wind test now, see how that goes. That worked well. I barely noticed, that's not true. It was a little bit loud, but didn't notice that much. It's gonna be worth watching me try to crawl out of this thing. It's really just the shoulders that are kind of crazy to try to get out with this coat on. There we go. Thanks, Mom. All right. There it is. Yeah, it's not perfect, but I'd say that's a pretty good tent for some trash.
Let's get in here. Okay, now we're gonna do a wind test and a water test at the same time. Let's do this. Okay, so far both at the same time is doing pretty good. Smacking the walls in though.
So this tent was great for backyard situation. It's not gonna be very good for backpacking. There's no real way to like hack it up and take it with you unless you want some big long poles. Plus it's kind of heavy and the door is small. Not great. But for less than 40 bucks for a backyard tent, it's a pretty great option. This tent for 50 bucks, 55, something like that. It's fine, but it's too store-bought, you know what I mean? I'd rather have something that I made. That's more fun. This tent, this one is just right. Overall, in materials, this costs $15. Very waterproof. The wind didn't do much to it at all. I mean, it kind of bent this a little bit, but didn't feel like it wasn't structural. Yeah, I mean, I might improve the door a little bit, but so far it works great. I don't have quite as much space, maybe, as the store-bought tent, but if it's just me, then who cares? That's all I would need anyway. I do also kind of like that the whole thing is just a dang window. I mean, it's blurred a little bit, but that's pretty cool. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.